Welcome to Season 2 of Solopreneur Success Strategies. This is Jane Gardner, and we are going to be talking about home business startup. And we're going to be talking about starting, running, and growing your own home business, whether offline or on. Monday is all about mindset, of course. Tuesday is all about starting a home biz. Wednesday is about selling, sales, and your customer. Thursday is going to be about running your home biz, and Friday will be growing your home business. Saturday is all about putting systems in your business, and Sunday is all about strategy. So subscribe to this daily podcast to help you start, run, and grow your home biz. For more information, go to bo8hb.com. Welcome again. This is Jane Gardner, and welcome. We're going to be talking about starting your own home business. And we were talking about funding last week, so let's have a more discussion on funding. I know that we spoke about how to ask for money from your family or friends, how to save up your money before you start a business, have at least 6 months of reserve to see. Obviously, I also mentioned that you should always try and out your business first, part-time, before quitting your day job. Never quit your day job because starting a business is uncertain. So we looked at the family and your friends and whether or not they could give you a loan. We looked at grants from the government, possibly. If you look at the government websites and have a look and see what the conditions are for starting up a business. You can also, the new one, of course, is crowdfunding. And we'll talk about that more another time. But that's something that's come up within the recent years on the internet as a possibility. As well, we've had mentioned also venture capitalists. So maybe next time we'll have a look at those too. But today we're just going to have an idea and think about how to get funding for your startup. So finance is always the first concern you have to consider when you're doing a business. Obviously, first you have to know that you might think that your business is going to be successful, and then you have to have an idea on how to get the funding for your startup. So there are a few sources where you can find funding. One is from you, of course. That's the safest way if you'd like to start up a business on your own. The process may be time-consuming, but as finance also holds a meaning of authority, you have everything under your control by using your own funds. If you don't think that patience is a game you can master, looking for investors is one of the sources for your funding. This process can consume lots of your precious time too. Getting money from others isn't an easy task. You need to have a lucrative business plan and impressive presentation, which we will also speak about later, to move the investors' hearts. If you would like to work with someone you can truly trust, try looking for partners to team up with you. Partnering is different from looking for investors. You need to share your own savings for the business funding without solely relying on others, so that all of you share the same authority in your business. If you really have some bad luck in sourcing for funding, perhaps the bank is the last resort for you to get money from. Make sure that you can fulfill all the requirements of the bank to ensure that your loan application process will go smoothly. Now, as I mentioned before, a business plan is very important when you're looking for funding. So planning always comes first whenever you need to perform an action. Before you actually go out to obtain funding, you need to sit back and come up with a brilliant business plan. So just briefly, what is the main core of your business? Be focused and specific on the products and service you wish to offer under your brand. Besides, you need to research thoroughly on the market which is related to your niche. When you're being too indulgent in your idea, do not forget to study the competitors of your niche too. Discover their weaknesses and problems so that you will not repeat the same business in your business. And we will be looking at later on the various steps within the business plan you have to put together in order to create a business plan that even a bank would be appreciative of and may even consider granting you a loan. And of course, asking for money from others is the hardest thing to do. That is why you need to be persistent. Always follow up with your funding sources to check on their progress of decision-making on your funding. In case they find you annoying, use appropriate language and methods to approach them. Getting funding is only the first step to your success. You still need to work hard on your business plan to ensure that the mistakes are maintained at a minimal level, consistently and constantly modifying and revising your business plan for more improvements as well. So you're going to have a look at your business plan, and we'll be looking at that in the future. But for next week, I think we'll be looking at crowdfunding and maybe even venture capitalists. Both of those have come up within the last 5 years to be an interesting way for you to start your home business. So we'll talk to you next time. Well, I hope that will give you some ideas to implement in your own business. And if you want more, go to boahb.com and subscribe.